I think that domestic terrorists are these liberal leftist lunatics that are out here running the streets calling us racist. Like, how am I going to be racist? First of all, I'm a Latina.
All right, I'm getting more intel as it comes in on this censorship. A lot of channels getting hit with demonetization. A lot of channels getting erased. YouTube just released their new policies. You're no longer allowed to criticize illegal immigration. Yup. Wow. Free speech is dead in America, ladies and gentlemen. And you can thank the left for driving a stake into the throat, into the heart, into the lungs of free speech in America. Truly pathetic. The left used to be the party of the side of pro-free speech. Now they censor anything they disagree with. But we're now joined by Zacharias Abel and Will Johnson also to talk about leftist violence, because I got to say, I'm enraged that I have 2 videos of Trump supporters, females, being assaulted by men, and the media doesn't even mention it, not even Fox News. And it really makes you wonder why. You saw what they did to Nicholas Sandman, a young boy that literally just stood in one place and had a smirk on his face. That's all he did. They tried to destroy him. They doxed him. They doxed the school. They threatened him. They threatened the school. The media did it all. Like he's some bad guy because he wore a Trump hat and smiled. Meanwhile, a radical leftist, enraged thug goes up to a woman in a Trump hat and spits in her face. And the media doesn't even blink. How can you not see the double standard? So Will Johnson is still with us, but I want to go to Zacharias Abel, who shot that powerful footage. He was there that day. There's the HD footage right there that he shot. So, Zach, talk about that day and that moment.
All right. So, yeah, I ended up showing up a little late to the event, which was actually meant to be, because about 20, 30 minutes after I got there, this guy pulls up at the corner in front of the federal building, heavy traffic area in LA. He hops out. He's got his kids in the car. He starts screaming, "F Trump, F you guys, F Trump," getting in everyone's face. He started coming at me, getting in my face. And I, started backing up, getting ready to dodge.
So wait a second, I'm sorry, did he leave? He left his kids in the car in the middle of a busy intersection while he's cursing people out?
Exactly, yeah. And
my gosh.
I mean, I assume they're his kids, and they actually hopped out and were trying to pull him back in the car and calm him down and say, hey, let's get out of here. And he just was in such a rage, insane, crazy mode, like he would not listen to them at all.
I just can't believe this. I mean, Will, how is it that this guy doesn't make national news, but a Trump supporter wearing a hat that smiles, he's all over the press somehow?
Well, it's expected for a leftist to do what he did. That's good, because he's attacking Trump supporters. See, they've already put it in everyone's mind. If you see a Trump supporter, you can attack them, and it's perfectly fine. It's okay, because that's what is expected. Now, they're not going to show it because they don't want anyone to know or realize that it's the left that's violent. Just think about it. You don't have any videos of conservatives just showing up attacking people on the left because they're wearing an Obama shirt or Obama hat or something with a leftist. You don't see it. They don't have any footage of it. Nowhere. You can't even find it. And if they did, they would be showing it day in and day out, saying, look what the Trump supporters are doing. But in this case, this thug, being so brainwashed like he is, going up and just spitting on a female. He is a piece of doo-doo of a man. Seriously, he has to go do this to a female. And I'm sitting there thinking, like, what are everyone standing around? I'm thinking, could I hold myself together and not clock him? Because I don't ever want to go to be violent or advocate for violence. But all those people around and he spits on her like that, I don't know if I could contain myself. When you do it to another
even
man,
his kids get out of the car. This is unbelievable. This is unbelievable. I didn't even realize this. His kids got out of the car and they tried to get him to come back in. And he just got even more violent.
Yeah. Yes. See, and you know what? He's teaching his children the same thing because they're going to get older and they're going to be like, well, Dad did it. I'm going to do it because it's okay.
I think you just gave them their next idea, or you just exposed their next idea. I think they're going to take the Smollett thing to the next level, and they're going to actually stage something on HD film, and they're going to make sure they don't botch it this time. I really think that's coming next. I think the left is going to stage some deal with some guy in a Trump hat beating up some black guy in an Obama hat or something, and then that'll be the national story while they ignore this. In fact, I'm not even kidding. I want to get her back on today on the phone if we can, just for a segment. I mean, this is unbelievable. I mean, Zach, what was it like? What was it like just in the moment when he did that and everybody saw it? I mean, how were they able to contain themselves?
Honestly, I don't know. I was like, my heart was racing, beating really fast, and I didn't know what this guy was capable of or what he was going to do. I thought he was on drugs or something. You notice that blunt in his ear. I don't know if it was like a Sherm stick, but I thought he was on Sherm or something. I got my buddy, the guy that he knocked Trump supporters' hat off, my buddy Mike. He wasn't going to press charges, but now he's going to, after I talked to him him into pressing charges as well because he got busted in the lip. His lip was bleeding. Actually, I got some new updates too. I actually found his Instagram, which is Mr. Black Bandana. He actually took my video, right? And he says, and he puts on the rapper/actor Eastwood and his 2 kids harassed by Trump supporters and used racial slurs. So this is his Instagram.
So he's claiming to be the victim. I literally predicted that would happen 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Wow.
Isn't that insane, you guys? Like, and he goes on a rant on his Instagram post there, just talking nonsense, and it's just, it really blows my mind. These people are crazy. I mean, he was so insane, and I really don't like how the cops didn't take him to jail. They arrested him, put him in the back of the car, but they released him, and he signed the ticket to appear in court. But they should have took him to jail. I think this guy needs to be locked up.
I'm glad. I'm glad to hear. I'm glad to hear your friend is pressing charges. I'm pretty sure that the lady that I'm serious. If she can come on today, let's just get her on the phone for a segment. I'm pretty sure she wants to press charges too. I mean, that's what we have to do. We have to start pressing charges against these people, man. And we need to get the momentum going for the police to understand you're doing your job. You're doing your job. These are violent offenders, and they're only going to get worse. I mean, Will, you've seen it firsthand.
Yeah. I've seen it firsthand. I saw when I went out to the cafe in Oakland, which was kind of stupid, to be honest with you, but I went out to the cafe that refused to serve coffee to police officers and stood out there holding the American flag. And sure enough, the neighborhood thugs showed up and wanted to be violent, wanted to hit all of us. That's exactly what it reminded me. Watching this video reminded me of that. And you know what? The police arrested him and then they let him go. Because I think it's almost like this is the norm of the left. They are violent. And you know what? Charlottesville has nothing compared to what the left has been doing to people across the country.
Oh my gosh.
But they always talk about Charlottesville.
No, expand on that, because exactly. They sit here and they hype up Charlottesville like it's the be all end all. It shows that like white people are to blame for everything, and Trump is making sure that the KKK and Nazis are still empowered or something. All fake news. And then they ignore the actual violence and hatred and racism of the left.
Exactly. You can count on one finger how many times you can say an episode like Charlottesville took place. And then I still believe Charlottesville was a whole setup by the left. And then every single time, the left will do maybe 15 to 20 things that's violent towards conservatives, and then they'll bring up Charlottesville. And then you'll get another 15 to 20 things, and then they'll bring up Charlottesville.
And then Bernie Sanders is like, Trump is a Nazi. Trump is KKK.
Charlottesville.
And it's just like unbelievable. Charlottesville, exactly. Or Joe Biden says, look at what Trump did in Charlottesville. All right. The lady that got spat on is going to join us in the next segment. All right. We're now joined over the phone by the young lady that got spat in her face by that radical leftist Trump-hating thug, and I just wanted to ask her a few questions and perhaps get some updates. Will Johnson and Zacharias Abel still with us for this segment. we'll just call her the victim here because she is. So we'll just call her V because she got her spat on for wearing a Trump hat. So V, I'm just curious, has any other media outlet attempted to contact you for comment or question regarding the assault on you?
Not at all. I think you guys are the only ones that have the footage and actually are spreading it out. As far as media, no one has tried to contact me or Zach, since he has the actual footage, to try to get a hold of me or anything.
So literally it's just been us here at InfoWars and nobody else is interested in picking up the story where you were assaulted by a Trump hater in the street?
Nope, it doesn't fit their narrative. It's not part of their agenda.
But I'm shocked that even no conservative news outlets have tried to pick this up. I mean, it's on video. The guy was arrested on video. Not even another conservative outlet is interested?
None of the conservative outlets either. It's pretty insane, right?
Now, obviously, this is not something you want to be involved in, but I think that, you realize the position you've been put in now. And we did just get an update. Apparently, one of the other gentlemen that was there is going to be pressing charges against that thug. Are you going to be pressing charges?
Yes, to the fullest extent of the law.
Okay, and we are actually finding some other media did pick it up. PJ Media, it looked like, picked it up. I'm not sure if it's been on Breitbart or anywhere else. We've been trying to blow this up here at InfoWars because I don't understand how this doesn't go national. This video should be on Fox News. Everybody should be seeing this video. Millions of people should be seeing this video. Why do you think, obviously it doesn't fit the narrative, but I mean, how is it that it just gets totally ignored? I mean, it's a man spitting in a woman's face.
I think it's just the fact that we're Trump supporters and they're trying to brush it off as if, you know how they always try to make us look like the violent ones, the intolerant ones. And now that it's actually on footage, because a lot of times, these attacks don't get caught on camera. And now that they're getting caught on camera more often, they're just really trying to turn a blind eye to it, which is sad because this should be a big issue. This guy's on social media talking about black and brown love. You spit on a brown woman's face. There is no black and brown love there. What happened?
Well, and they're the ones that claim that they have some moral superiority high ground. They say the old saying that I think it was Michelle Obama said, when they go low, we go high. Well, obviously that's not ever been true. But Zacharias Abel was the one that shot that footage. I mean, Zach, how many people would you say that individual assaulted just in that 5-minute span?
I'd say at least 5. And also in that same Instagram post, he's promoting his new movie called When They See Us. It's out on May 31st on Netflix. And he's promoting this movie. It was directed by the Selma director. So he's actually using this video to kind of promote his new movie coming out.
Oh,
and
so he's getting famous off of his political terrorism.
That's what it seems like. And Fox News was there. There was a Fox News reporter standing right there. He saw the whole thing. He had great camera equipment, really high-tech camera equipment. Didn't record it. I don't know. This guy, he was like a blip. I was like, dude, did you see what happened? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, okay, you didn't want to interview anyone after it? I was like, I was blown away. This Fox News camera guy just didn't.
So you're telling me there was a local Fox News camera guy set up, recording HD, caught the whole thing, and they still didn't cover it or air it?
Yeah, exactly. I'm at a loss for words with these people, media and
Well, let's go back to our anonymous lady who's on the phone here. She was the victim here. I'm not even kidding. You should call the Fox News local affiliate that was there and ask for that footage because you're planning on pressing charges and see what they say. Have you attempted to reach out to them?
So I don't want to expose the man, but he's really not a Fox News reporter. He's one of our friends that comes out with us, and he does little skits on the liberals every so often, and he puts videos together.
Oh, okay. So he's out there in disguise as a Fox News reporter?
Yeah, he does Fox News once in a while, and he does CNN. He just tries to see what crazy leftist shit they say. Sorry for cursing.
Hey, you guys dump that? All right. No, that's all right. So let's hear from Will Johnson on this. I mean, again, I just don't understand how this hasn't made national news and been seen millions of times. This guy is totally outraged. He's behaving like a thug. He assaults multiple people, and he spits in a woman's face, Will.
Yeah, you know what? I didn't realize he was coming out with a movie, and it's on Netflix of all places, which is anti-American. They're going completely against President Trump, and he taking this as an opportunity to try to get some kind of recognition, trying to get recognized by social media, trying to get recognition. I can't even get it out. They're trying to make it to where everyone will look at him, so then that way he can promote this movie and get it pushed out there, if that's the case, with him trying to do it. Because he didn't have to stop. He didn't have to get out. I've been at plenty of these rallies where people don't get out of their vehicles. They'll go by and they'll tell you that you're number one. They throw bottles at you. They'll throw objects at you. But I've never seen them just stop and get out and start doing this. So he has a bigger motive than just a Trump rally or someone wearing a Trump hat.
Well, and this is just like a small group of Trump supporters that are out there. And Zach, I mean, it looks to me like it's like there's black people, brown people, men, women. I mean, there's no racial lines being drawn here. And yet you can clearly tell that there's an anti-white, driving this guy because he thinks Trump is this racist. But it's like, it's not even, it's a couple white people, brown people, black people. It's like even when they see that Trump supporters come in all shapes and sizes and colors and backgrounds, they still don't accept it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's the norm out here in California. People are, I've been assaulted out here, downtown Long Beach. I've gotten my hat thrown in the trash can at restaurants, get kicked out of restaurants. That's the norm over here in California. These people are just insane. I want to encourage everyone to go to his Instagram and read what he's saying here. Here's just a little bit. He says, quote, "The hate you gave us." And then he goes on to say, "Crazy how the media tried to paint you out to be a monster or a bully, and nobody said SH about them calling me and my two sons stupid, N-words, and F Barack Obama, also telling us y'all need to go back to the plantation." So he's lying. Nobody said any of that. Nobody.
And it's all on footage.
Yeah, exactly. There's nobody saying F Obama. There's nobody calling him the N-word. There's nobody saying these things that he's saying on his Instagram. So he's just plain lying, and it's just insane. And it's funny. I don't know if it was his wife, but the lady that ended up driving the car away after the cops let him go, she had an Obama 08 shirt on. Like, how do you have an Obama 08 shirt? This is 2019. These people are lost in the past. They're just,
yeah. And again, it's like, you can wear, I mean, I deal with these Beto heads all the time. Like, nobody ever assaults a Beto guy or an Obama guy. You just laugh at him and you just walk away. So final question for our anonymous guest here, who was the woman that got spat on. I mean, how does it feel? Because they just had a House committee meeting on domestic terrorism where they're blaming Trump supporters for it, but you're a victim of it, and it wasn't a Trump supporter that did it to you. So what would you say about domestic terrorism right now?
I think that domestic terrorists are these liberal leftist lunatics that are out here running the streets calling us racist. Like, how am I going to be racist? First of all, I'm a Latina. I grew up in South Central. My parents are from Mexico. I have a lot of black friends, a lot of white friends, a lot of Asian friends. I'm friends with everyone. I work at a company where it's multicultural. How can I be racist? That just sounds so insane. So insane. Like, I personally know Will Johnson. Why would I say some racial shit? Sorry for cursing again. Like, I just don't get it. Like, what is wrong with these people? How could you guys keep believing the lies?
No,
like,
let's get a final comment from Will, though, on this, because they demonize him. They call him names because he's black and he likes Trump. So what would you say about that, Will?
She's absolutely right. We get all of that. And I'm a traitor, according to the left, or I'm confused, or what's wrong with me? And they say, I feel so sorry for you. I feel so sorry for you. And they have become what they say that we are. They are the racist one. They are the violence one. They are the ones who don't care about humanity.
It's total projection. And that's why they have to blame everything on us, so that it's a cover for their behavior. All right, great guest. Thank you guys for joining us. It's just unbelievable the media is ignoring this assault.